we got time for one last segment, sir. Let's
All right.
let me get this up on our screen here. I've seen this doing its rounds on the Georgia social media world. So, best Georgia logo, sir. So, for the
Jesus.
purpose of this exercise, I'm not sure why number 2 is
Yeah,
even on
why
the
is that
list.
even on there?
Yeah, we're just gonna the
It's
G
just
is
not
we're
connected.
no one's replacing the G. All right. So only 3 Georgia logos can stay. Which 3 are you choosing? We're just gonna go ahead and get number 2 out of there.
Yeah.
Sir, what are your 3
Oh,
logos in order?
oh, so I'm still choosing 3? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
choose
actually
3 for
still
me.
pretty easy though.
Okay.
I would I think I'm just choosing the entire left column.
Mm. You
Um,
like number 7, huh?
I do. I do. I've had over there. I have a trash can in my room. It's like this antique trash can with that design with that logo on it, and I've always just liked that logo. I love the aesthetic of like early '60s, late '50s college football logos, where every team's logo is an animal mascot drawn all big and mean and ugly looking. Um, Obviously, the bulldog is a great mascot for that, and I think you see it done very well here. I love the pose he's doing. It just reminds me of that time period so much. And number 4 is another just classic. I love the detail in the bulldog face. I love the big mean face he's making. Love the spikes on the collar. It's a nice touch, but it's not too I think egregious. Like it doesn't look all graphic-y and printed on and corporate as the spikes on number 3 look. You know, it looks hand drawn and more like somebody really sat down and made that. And then number 1 is a classic. It's my second favorite Georgia logo of anything, I would say. I love it. I love it as a silhouette. I love it just normal. I have so many t-shirts over the years of just a plain white t-shirt with that logo on it. I just think it's great. So, yeah, I think that's easy for me. I'm picking those 3.
Yeah, you won't hear any argument from me about number 1. I think number 1's definitely my favorite secondary logo. Funny story about number 7. I
Mm.
think it's maybe a copyright thing of like or trademark, whatever which one I'm maybe the trademark is like run out or something, because there's this website that sells a bunch of like sports stuff, but they're all really old logos. So it's kind of my theory that like they can get around the trademark because
Yeah,
like
I
they're
bet
like
you
worn out or
can.
something. But my wife bought me some socks, some Georgia socks, and I saw she bought like her brother-in-law some Cowboys ones that were this old school logo. And so when she said she bought me some, I was like, as long as it's not that old school Georgia dog where he's like leaning against the the G, and she's like, it's literally exactly which one it is. So it's just kind of funny. I just like
That's
shit on
funny.
this gift I was about to
The
get,
one I don't want.
but no, I've definitely got old school. There's some old school like glasses my parents have in the house that have that old school one on it. I can't respect this dog and the standing up straight with the
You
sweater
don't
and
respect
the
the
hat
dog.
on. But what is it just me, or do people just despise number 3?
I
Like I
don't
feel
like
like
number 3,
people
dude.
hate it.
I don't like it. I just I don't like it. It doesn't. It looks. Just look at it. Look how it stands out compared to the rest. And I don't mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
It it looks. I mean, obviously, it just. I hate to use this because this is such just a uh, lazy thing to say nowadays. But like, it really does look like an AI like generated it or something compared to the rest of
Mm.
them. The rest of these are all clearly like somebody's handiwork, and this one just looks like a bunch of suits got together in a room and they were like, we need to make a secondary logo for the Georgia Bulldogs. Let's come up with one. You
So yeah, that's fair. I feel like I've struggled comparing 3 and 4 because 4 is obviously the classic,
Yeah,
you know,
I
bulldog
love
head.
4 and 1.
But why is a dog wearing a hat? You know, it's
I
like
I don't like. I don't. He. That's fine though. He can wear a hat.
he can rock it. I don't know. I think that's I'm not crazy
I think he
about
looks
number
good in
3.
it.
And especially because number 3, it's like it's essentially looks like North Carolina High School's logo. It like feels like a
Yeah,
high school that's the Bulldogs more than what Georgia should be
yeah,
rocking.
it does.
I'll say number 9 has his place. All right, on
Oh yeah, yeah.
T-shirts and on cups and
I respect
stuff.
him.
You know, don't throw out number 9. You can't be like the secondary logo. But number 8 is the most underrated one on this whole list.
Mhm.
Because number
Yeah,
8 is honestly hot take here. No, I wish UGA was built a little more like number 8. If we're being honest,
I wish he
like the
was
early
in
the
better
early
shape.
UGAs were a little slimmer than the last couple
Yeah,
decades UGAs.
Uga lives like a king, man. He's got a few extra pounds on him.
It's probably hard to stay fit
Yeah.
when you're eating like a king. But no, I think you're right. I think I like number 8 like as a logo. I just remember that as a kid in the 90s. I remember my parents had a mouse pad that had that logo on it. It was just it's cleaner, you know, than the old kind of those kind of like you're saying the hand drawn kind of wrinkles on all the faces and everything. It's a little smoother. But
Yeah.
yeah, I find myself when I'm buying gear these days, it's either got the G or it's got number 1 on it. That's like those are like the best 2 looks. But if I'm keeping 3, give me number 1. Man, give me 1, 4, and 8, I think. I'm gonna take
Okay.
that one ahead of the old school one.
Okay. All right. So we only have one difference then.
Yeah. But the whole hairy
Oh,
dog, you know, these I don't know. He's not the same
Matt.
as the what was it?
No.
Is it Jack Davis? Was that the guy who made all those old school Georgia shirts, like the illustrations and everything? But that's who he reminds me of, like the guy on the T-shirt, like you know, squeezing the alligator or stepping on the tiger's tail or something. He's always in those like playful kind of shirts. Those take me back.
Okay, wait. It just threw me off of the stream, but I think I'm back now. All right. Cool.
Oh, okay. Well, you
Yeah.
came
Sorry.
on just in time. It
I was
wasn't
like,
anything important.
okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, number 9, you know, he's got his place on Coke
Oh
cups,
yeah.
you know, at
I
basketball
I
games.
agree. I fully agree. I like number 9 too. I like all of them really. I'm even number 3. I don't hate. I'm not a huge fan of it really.
Yeah, I'm with